Hi everyone, I'm back again to bring you guys a new video, and this video is going to be my top 5 favorite Nickelodeon characters of all time. This video was so hard for me to do because at the same time I wanted to do a top 10, but I had to pull myself back because there are so many characters on Nickelodeon that I absolutely love. So I kept it really short, I kept it sweet, and I kept it to a really tight list of 5 characters, and here we go, here's number 5. Okay, so getting into number 5 we have CatDog, and CatDog is one of the best characters Nickelodeon has ever made. Apart from being really awesome, funny, and creative, it's just so cool to see these two characters as one character kind of interact with each other. They can't leave each other, they have to deal with each other, and there's no really escaping the other person, and it's just really funny to see these two characters that have two different personalities interact. I don't think there's been another character on Nickelodeon that's been like CatDog. CatDog is so iconic because it was so short-lived, but at the same time it was so loved. So many people love the character of CatDog because of what it did and so many of the different situations that CatDog got into because it was just never seen before. You never really see these two characters forced to interact with each other, and that's what CatDog really did, and it did it fantastically, and that's why I really love the character of CatDog. That's why CatDog, the character, is number 5 on my list. Who's number 4? Check him out. Okay, so number 4 steps in the shoes of a character that's so withdrawn and so within themselves, and number 4 is going to be Arnold from Hey Arnold. Arnold from Hey Arnold, Arnold from Hey Arnold, that's about enough of that. But no, Arnold from Hey Arnold is such a great character because he's just like me and you. There's nothing really special about Arnold from Hey Arnold, he's just that normal, average, everyday kind of guy, and that's what makes him so relatable. Arnold from Hey Arnold is one of the best characters Nickelodeon has really ever made. He's just that character that's just that point in your life when you don't want to really deal with anyone or you just don't know how to. There's so many different shots in the show that are so iconic to me, and the best thing that really sums up this show and the character of Arnold is that scene where it always kind of like pans up and it's just in Arnold's room and he's just in the middle of it on his bed and it's silent and he's just like listening to music or something. He's not saying a word, and I feel like that's what that show is really about. It's about just being kind of like by yourself, honestly, and just being kind of like isolated within yourself and just being absorbed and not really understanding what's going on around you, but trying your hardest. Arnold is that character that really touches on a person's life, and that point in a person's life can really come at any time. People are always trying to fit in, people are trying to always be accepted, and people are always trying to, find themselves, at least in certain points of their life, and Arnold is that character that really embodies all of those emotions into one thing. And that's why Arnold is on my list. That show and that character have said so many things that I feel like the showrunners weren't even intending it to, and Nickelodeon really needs more characters that are creative like Arnold and kind of just based in reality. But speaking of a character that's not really based in reality, here's number 3. Check him out. Okay, so number 3 is a character that a majority of you guys know about, and a majority of you guys always comment on my videos, where's this character, where's this show, and I'm pleased to tell you that number 3 is Danny Phantom. Danny Phantom is a show that I love so much, and this is a show that's going to get its own video later on in this channel's life, but Danny Phantom, the character more specifically, is so awesome. He's just that normal, average, everyday kid who's just in school and he's just going through the motions as a kid his age should, and he has that other side of him. He can turn into like a superhero and fight ghosts. It's awesome. But no, Danny Phantom is just a character that's so awesome. He's so funny. He has all the makings of a character that really, make a great show. And I feel like they cut this show, just short so fast. It's like, there's so many things that this character had to say. There are so many different things that they could do. This is another one of those shows that I'll say has endless possibilities. It just really does. He can fight like any ghost. They could make up a new enemy. They could make up this or that or whatever. It's just a fantastic show, a fantastic character. Danny Phantom is so great, and it, kind of goes to show that maybe the creator of another show could go on to create something even better because the original project is kind of suffering. But yeah, that's why Danny Phantom is number 3 on my list. I love this character. Who's number 2? Check him out. This list is kind of filling up with characters that are not on Nickelodeon anymore. I wonder what that's saying about the channel. Okay, so speaking of another character that's not on TV anymore, number 2 is going to be Gur. You guys know me as the huge Invader Zim fan. I love the show, I love the comic series, I love everything that is Invader Zim. It's just absolutely fantastic. Going into this list, I knew I could only have one Invader Zim character on here because I didn't want to make it really redundant. I really love Zim and I really love Gur, but at the same time, I have to choose Gur over Zim simply because he's the comic relief of the show. I really love that little robot so much. I really, really, really do, and it saddens me to have Nickelodeon leave him in the dust like that. Like, how are they going to do that to him? He's such a good character, he's so funny, he's so hilarious with the things that he does and says, he's just so over the top and lovable. I really wish Nickelodeon would listen to their fans, like they really need to. They need to bring Gur and Zim back to TV just because they were one of the best duos that Nickelodeon has ever seen. Gur and Zim really need to come back to TV because they were one of the best on-screen duos. I'll put them up there with Drake and Josh and Keaton and Kel. They just really, really nailed it. They bounced off each other fantastically. The comic series is great, but we need those characters back on television. I love Gur so much, he's so fantastic, and if you're watching this video, you're probably quite the fan of that show and that character as well. Speaking of a show that has a lot of fans, here's number 1. Okay, so number 1 is going to be a character that I love so much. I love the games, I love the show, I love the movies, and number 1 is SpongeBob SquarePants. Who couldn't see this one coming from a mile away? Like, really, me, SpongeBob, Nickelodeon, all of those things really kind of go hand in hand. I love this character so much, and I know SpongeBob, honestly, in a lot of people's minds, has gone downhill, and I haven't seen any of the newer episodes of SpongeBob. I am aware that new episodes are coming back to TV, and I saw the trailer, and I was just kind of like, alright, I'm done. No, but for real, SpongeBob is one of those characters that I absolutely love, and I love the earlier seasons of the show. It was just so fantastic. SpongeBob and Patrick and Squidward and Sandy and just Mr. Krabs and Plankton, and all of these characters really came together with SpongeBob in the middle being that crazy over-the-top character that was still rooted in somewhat kind of like a reality. Now it just doesn't really make any sense. SpongeBob is super dumbed down, Patrick is just like not even really a person in there anymore, and it's just really sad to see this show turn into something that I really didn't want it to. Let's hope those new episodes are fantastic and they bring SpongeBob back to where he was in the past, and it's just like, I really love this character so much. The games are so good, like Battle for Bikini Bottom and the SpongeBob movie game, and even, let's talk about Creature from the Krusty Krab. That game was fantastic. Heavy Iron Studios really knew what they were doing with that IP and that character, and those games are just really fantastic. But now, a lot of people say SpongeBob has gone downhill. The character's gone downhill, the show has gone downhill, and, you know, just everything has really gone downhill. The games, it's just a real shame to see this character kind of be put in the position that he's in, because I know what's really inside that yellow sponge. There's so many things that make a great character, but, you know, Nickelodeon isn't really connecting all the dots. At least Sponge Out of Water was good, you know? That was a good film. But yeah, SpongeBob is at number 1. I love this character so much. I love the show, at least in the earlier seasons. Let's hope they get back to that older stuff now. I love the movies. I love the games. This character is so great and means a lot to me. So yeah, that's my list. That's my top 5 favorite Nickelodeon characters of all time. Do you agree with me? Disagree with me? What's your personal list? Leave me a comment in the comment section down below and really let me know and voice your opinion, because I always love getting in the comment sections of these videos and talking up a storm with you guys. And if you guys didn't get your fill of this channel with just this video, definitely check out those videos right there to be taken to them. I've done other videos on, you know, characters that are mentioned in this video. I've done other Nickelodeon videos. Check those videos out and let me know what you think if you haven't done so already. And speaking of things if you haven't done, definitely click the subscribe button to be notified whenever I upload a new video. Give this video a thumbs up. Check the description down below to find out ways in which you can interact with the social media websites that are on screen right now. I really appreciate you guys taking the time out of your day to watch my video. I really appreciate that. It's been a week. I'll see you guys in a week. I love you all, and I'll see you then. Bye, guys.